Good day, everyone. Thank you for your time. Today, I would like to share my preliminary research. Let me share my presentation first. My name is Diana Betul Awaliyah from Sultan Fatah University and Hasfa Institute. I hope the presentation on your screen now. Okay. Today I will discuss bridging bureaucracy and entrepreneurial futures, rethinking academic autonomy and knowledge production in Indonesian higher education. Let's explore how bureaucracy, education systems, and collaboration frameworks shape the intellectual future of our universities. Indonesian higher education faces complex challenges in maintaining academic autonomy and intellectual integrity. Despite decentralization policies, universities are often constrained by bureaucratic dependence, limited research funding, and heavy teaching workloads. The study examines systemic barriers, institutional dynamics, and proposed pathways in create a more independent, policy-relevant academic environment. Higher education in Indonesia is at a pivotal moment. As the country seeks to become a knowledge-based economy, universities must be more than producers of graduates. They must generate critical thoughts, innovation, and policy insight. However, the tension between academic autonomy and bureaucratic control remains. Reforms like decentralization, performance-based funding, and internationalization have not fully resolved this. Different universities still dependent on administrative oversight. Despite reforms, three major challenges persist. First, bureaucratic and policy barriers limit academic freedom and disincentivize innovation. Second, educational system limitation include curricula, inequality of access, and inadequate infrastructure. Third, collaboration frameworks are often informal, personalistic, or inconsistent. Together, these issues prevent universities from fully contributing to national development and social transformation. This study has four main objectives: identify bureaucratic and governance barriers affecting academic freedom, examine educational and infrastructural changes, explore collaboration dynamics between academia, government, and industry, propose strategic reform to enhance academic integrity, and foster innovation, particularly in architecture and public policy. The research addresses four questions: what structural and bureaucratic constraints affect academic autonomy? How do educational and cultural factors influence research independence? How can university, government, industry collaboration be improved? How can architecture and public policy provide insight for interdisciplinary reform? This study uses critical theory to understand knowledge and power in academia. Habermas communicative action theory and the triple helix model linking universities, industry, and government guide the analysis. Universities are not isolated, they are public actors mediating between the state, market, and society. Academic autonomy, therefore, is about the capacity to engage critically, creatively, and ethically with public life. We use a quantitative descriptive approach through literature review. Sources include journals from policy documents and institutional reports from 2015 to 2025. Themes such as bureaucracy, educational inequality, and collaboration were analyzed using Habermas and the triple helix framework. This approach provides a holistic understanding of structural and cultural constraints on academic freedom in Indonesia. We have some research findings. First, bureaucratic barriers. First, bureaucratic and policy barriers significantly constrain academic freedom. Administrative compliance is often prioritized over research and creativity. Research funding is limited, inconsistent, or tied to political influence, discouraging early career researchers and regional institutions. To address this, government must shift to get toward transparency, academic-led decision-making, and merit-based research funding. Next, research is educational challenges. Educational system challenges include fragmented curricula, inequality of access, and limited infrastructure. Urban students often have far more resources than their counterpart in peripheral regions, deepening the academic divide. Holistic reforms are needed, integrating local wisdom, fostering interdisciplinary collaboration, and improving digital literacy and infrastructure. Next result is collaboration issues. Collaboration between academia, government, and industry is often personalistic rather than institutional. Universities tend to take a passive role, waiting for external engagement instead of proactively shaping innovation ecosystem. Structural frameworks like research consortium, innovation hubs, and policy labs can help align collaboration with national development agendas while maintaining intellectual independence. So, despite these challenges, opportunities for reform exist. Redefine academic autonomy to protect scholarly independence, reorient incentives to reward research impact and innovation, invest in sustainable research ecosystem beyond Java-centric institution, integrate research into policymaking via advisory board and think tanks, foster a culture of inquiry to ethics, critical discourse, and interdisciplinary experimentation. These reforms can transform universities into engines of societal innovation. These reforms are particularly critical for architecture and urban policy, bureaucracy, stifles sustainable urban design, and context-sensitive planning. Autonomous universities working alongside policymakers can co-create innovative, adaptive, and inclusive urban solutions, bridging theory, research, and practice. In conclusion, Indonesian academia is at a crossroads. Bureaucratic silos, policy fragmentation, and educational inequality threaten intellectual life. Through deliberate reforms emphasizing autonomy, inclusivity, and proactive collaboration, universities can reclaim their role as custodian of political thought and drivers of societal transformation. The challenge ahead is not only administrative, it is a culture of fostering an ecosystem where knowledge serves both truth and the public good. Thank you for your attention. I would be happy to take any question and feedback. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.